Hi, this is Maria Escobar. I'm going to talk about the case United States of America versus Spectrum Brands Inc. Um, the United States of America has a Consumer Product Safety Commission that protects consumers from defective products. And under the rule of the Consumer Products Safety Act 15, United States Code, Section 2064 B3, it requires that companies who sell consumer products or distribute them need to report within 24 hours of knowing of any defective product that might be causing any injuries to consumers. And also under the same code, under Section 2064 A2B, businesses are prohibited of selling any products that have been recalled. So in 2009, Spectrum Brands became aware that its subsidiary company called Applica was selling defective products, and from 2009 to 2012, it had sold over 159,000 products and had received 1,600 complaints, 60 reports of associated injuries to consumers. And still, Spectrum Brands failed to report within 24 hours to the commission that they had a defective product. In April 2012, Spectrum Brands did file the report under Section 15 that they had a defective product, and they filed a report to the commission. However, it was interesting that they did this because a month before, there was a class action lawsuit against them regarding the defective product. The United States of America, the commission plaintiff, brought a lawsuit against Spectrum Brands for three reasons: for failing to report on time about the defective product, and for selling recalled products, because in 2012, the commission and Spectrum Brands reported of the recall product, and accidentally Spectrum sold some defective products, and it shouldn't have. So therefore, when the United States plaintiff brought the lawsuit against them, that was one of the complaints: selling a defective product after being recalled and not reporting on time, and also for continuously violating those two sections. The district court heard the case, and obviously they did found in favor of plaintiff, the United States. They found that Spectrum did violate it. They had enough evidence that they knew of all these complaints made by customers, and still they didn't do anything about it, didn't report it on time to the commission. Also, they after the recall, the product was recalled, they continued to sell. It was an accident, but still they were also guilty of that. And so the district court did give them two penalties. One, it was for $821,000 a fine for not reporting on time, and $1.1 million for selling a recall product. And also the district court gave them an injunction, because that was requested by plaintiff, requested for the district court to make them stop the products, and also gave them a lot of rules, guidelines to implement to stay in compliance with the products, and they opposed to that. Actually, Spectrum Brands filed a request for the court for the district court not to impose the fines, and the district court partially, yes, gave them that option, so it hold on the fines, but not on the injunction. The injunction required for them to get an expert person, a consultant kind of, to monitor how they keep track of their products, to monitor their safety, all these things on the list, and so they did not like it. they appeal to the appellate court, because they believe that the district court didn't have jurisdiction to impose on the injunction. And then also they claim that plaintiff did not have filed the motion against them after the statute of limitations. But the appellate court found that the plaintiff file within the statute of limitations because Spectrum continuously kept violating section 15, and so they rely on the case of United States versus Yashar, where Yashar continuously violated, and when you do that, when companies do that, then the statute of limitations starts every time that violation continues. The appellate court also found, agree that the district court had jurisdiction to impose the injunction, and that it did have the jurisdiction to impose the penalties on Spectrum Brands. Ultimately, the appellate court affirmed the case, and this is an example of the reasonable care that manufacturers have to do, have the duty of reasonable care, because every product that they make, can bring a lawsuit, a tort lawsuit for negligent, failing to act accordingly, and putting people at risk over the products they make. Luckily for Spectrum, they didn't have a tort lawsuit against them, because the commission is an administrative agency that monitors them, and they have the right to request fines and to stop them from doing defective products that can cause injuries. From our text, we learn about manufacturers producing consumer goods, and they have to implement proper care. They have a different standard than other, than everybody else. I mean, they have to make sure that whatever consumer products buy from them are safe, that they have to produce, labels, advise the consumers of any potential hazards and risk that they might take. There's also the strict liability rule that they, the consumers understand and need to know. So there's all these legality that companies face, and luckily Spectrum Brands didn't have to, face a tort lawsuit, but they were regulated. So this is an example of that. I hope you enjoyed my presentation. If you have any questions, please post them, and thank you for your time. Have a good day.